Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by. Scott's Reviews. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. And let's get into this. So I had an issue with my MacBook M1 Air recently. And I kind of want to tell you that story just to see if anybody else out there has the same experience that I had recently, just to kind of gauge what's going on with these MacBooks. All right. So I guess maybe 2 weeks ago, I was using my MacBook. This is it here. I was using it at work, had it up, doing whatever, went to lunch, came back, opened it up, and it's what you saw in the opening right here. Cracked screen, lines going, now you saw it before, but lines are going up and down right through here. And I even asked a coworker of mine that he actually hit my screen on accident. He said no, he didn't touch it. I didn't think he did, but I was just making sure that someone didn't accidentally hit it. And was really not happy, right? Very expensive machine just to crack on its own like that. Kept thinking like, man, did I drop this thing? Drop it, fall it, crack it, hit it, don't remember, that kind of thing. I couldn't remember. So I was like, all right, I messed up. I need to either fix it or do something with it, right? Went online, looked around, issues with M1 MacBook Air screens cracking, and I did find stuff. I found a class action lawsuit that's out there. I had different stories about people going into the Apple Store trying to get it fixed, being denied, not having Applecare Plus, and being told it's $700-800 to fix the screen, something around there. And then I did hear someone say if you mention consumer rights law, that the Apple would then go ahead and fix it for free under that. I don't know what that was about, but I had that in my back pocket. I'll try it if it works. Anyway, so I called tech support. They ran through some different ways to try to reset the Mac just to make sure it's not software related, which we kind of both understood it wasn't. Once those boxes were checked off that it's not software issued, they said, all right, you need to go ahead and take it into the Apple Store. I did. So a couple of days later, I went to the Apple Store. They looked at it. They determined that where the T intersected right there on the bottom left corner, they said it's a crack. I was like, okay. I said, believe me, if I really hit it, knew that I did that, I would got it. Let's get it fixed on my dime. Not your fault, Apple, that kind of thing. But I really don't remember beating this thing up at all because I have its own case. It's got a protective cover that goes on top of it. So then I was reading stuff online that if you get like a crumb or let's say a piece of rice caught in between the screen and the cover right here and you close it, put pressure on that, that can crack the screen. I asked them under the consumer rights law, can I get it fixed? They pretty much said no. You can try to call Apple Relations on a phone and ask them. So after going back and forth, they said it'd be at $425 roughly to get it fixed. Funny because that was almost a trade-in value of what this MacBook would have been if I traded it in to Apple for another MacBook. It would have been around that same price. Now this is the M1 16 gigabyte, 1 terabyte hard drive MacBook. So it wasn't the base model. So I wasn't really like, okay, let me see another one. I paid a lot of money for this guy right here, and I kind of wanted to keep it. It worked great, still works great. If you can give me the trade-in value as if it was good, I would go ahead and buy another M2 MacBook today. I think I would. I mean, that's what I was saying, but I think I was going to do that. If they give me that price. They said no, they have to actually plug in exactly what's wrong with the MacBook and give me that. I said, well, I did that also online. Also, the thing had a cracked screen and it said about $100, which I wasn't going to give up for $100 at all. They plugged it in themselves and gave me $0, so that was even worse. So I had two options: not get it fixed, use it as in clamshell mode on my desktop. So basically, plug in a monitor. So almost like use it like a Mac Mini, a base station. Plug it in. Don't ever open it up. Use the screen. Don't travel with it, all that kind of stuff, which was a complete option that I was weighing, right? So my main thing was I went home and figured out on eBay how much money I could get for this MacBook in good condition with a fixed screen. And it was around, with these specs, it was around $900 something on eBay. I could get for this, which then makes the repair beneficial, profitable, right? So I could pay the $400 some, sell it on eBay for around $900, and then still get some money out of the deal for the value of this MacBook. So fast forward, went back, got it repaired. Side note, I forgot to mention, when I went to the Apple store, they sat me down next to a guy also waiting to get looked at. Guess what? We had matching M1 MacBooks, both with cracked screens. And he out of the blue said, yeah, man, I didn't do anything besides open it up and it was like this. Suspicious, huh? Got it back in the mail yesterday. And of course, yeah, beautiful screen. I could have done this myself. There's ways to do it yourself. I think it costs around 200 something bucks for the top here. And then it's a matter of getting inside, taking it apart, putting it together. I've done stuff with Macs before. Replace fans, memory. So I'm not unused to breaking down a computer and kind of getting it there and working. But these very small wires and finicky, I didn't want to break it. And would I have done it right away? Probably not. I would have procrastinated on that. So that's my experience with this MacBook. It is fixed. It's good to go. I will keep this for a lot longer to get some more use out of it. They're fantastic devices. So what I've learned from this is that going forward, I will be buying Applecare Plus for any type of MacBook Air MacBooks that I had. I asked the guy, would the MacBook M2 be any better for the screen? Is it made better since they redid the design? He said, not really, pretty much no, that they're all kind of very fragile, and you have to be really concerned about putting anything in between the screen and the keyboard if you close it up unintentionally, kind of thing. So, moral of the story, buy Applecare Plus, because you never know with these guys, and they're very expensive. That's the lesson I learned. That's it. No camera talk today, just MacBook. If you care and you watch my channel, I am going to return the ZV1F. It's in the box over there right now to go back to Amazon. I just feel that for the value, for the money spent, there's not enough value there with no raw photos. The video being good, but nothing like great. Nothing that my iPhone couldn't do for me. So that's where it kind of fails. Now, will I revisit it down the future? Maybe so. If I find a great deal, used, open box, that kind of thing, where it's around $300 bucks, $350 maybe. I would consider that, depending on what's going on with my cameras or at the moment, and use something like right here just to have here for product stuff. And then maybe take it on trips for travel if I don't want to bring the big guy. At 12 o'clock, about 1:30 in the morning, click the button for a ZV-E10. I was very curious about this camera for a while. It was hard to find. People were jacking up the prices for a long time. It's been back in stock for a little while. I got one used or refurbished coming today from Amazon. So I'm going to try that one out, because my thought was I have all these lenses that are just hanging around that are not being used with the big camera all the time, because I kind of change them up. So I already have the lenses. Get a small body and use some of your like 10 to 18 kind of thing. So that's what going to be my next video, is going to be about the 10 to 18 with the ZV-E10. Yeah. All right. Thanks for watching. On to the next video. Bye-bye.